The Dallas Cowboys are in search of a game-changing wide receiver, and according to the latest NFL mock draft, they may find the perfect match on day one of the draft. With the team aiming to upgrade their offense and provide quarterback Dak Prescott with another reliable weapon, this potential pick could be a major boost to their passing attack. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. After an active off-season, the Cowboys have made significant moves to strengthen their roster. One of their biggest priorities was addressing the void at edge rusher after the departure of DeMarcus Lawrence in free agency. That move alone was considered by many to be the team's most pressing concern. However, with that gap largely filled, attention has now shifted toward another crucial position, wide receiver. While the Cowboys already have a star in CeeDee Lamb, their depth at the position has been a growing concern. Last season, they struggled to maintain consistency in their receiving core, leading to difficulties in the red zone and a lack of explosiveness in their passing game. As a result, experts widely believe that Dallas will target a wide receiver early in the draft, and the latest mock draft projections appear to confirm that plan. In a recent mock draft from Yahoo Sports, the Cowboys are projected to select Arizona Wildcats wide receiver Tetairoa McMillan, a talented and physically dominant receiver who could provide the exact boost Dallas needs. McMillan is widely regarded as one of the top wideout prospects in the 2025 draft class, and his skill set makes him an ideal fit for the Cowboys' offense. Dallas is set at slot receiver with CeeDee Lamb, but they could use an upgrade on the outside, Yahoo Sports wrote. Fortunately, McMillan falls right into their lap, giving the Cowboys what could be an explosive passing game with Dak Prescott leading the charge. McMillan's presence would offer Prescott another high-level target, helping to stretch the field and create mismatches against opposing defenses. His ability to make contested catches, particularly in the red zone, would give Dallas an immediate upgrade in one of their weakest areas from last season. McMillan's rise to the top of the draft board is no surprise given his outstanding college career. During his final season with the Arizona Wildcats, he recorded 84 receptions for 1,319 yards and 8 touchdowns, averaging an impressive 15.7 yards per catch. His stellar performance earned him consensus All-American honors, as well as a spot on the first-team All-Big 12 list. However, his production didn't stop there. As a sophomore in 2023, he elevated his game even further, hauling in 90 catches for 1,402 yards and 10 touchdowns. His ability to consistently produce at a high level has made him one of the most sought-after wide receiver prospects in the draft. While McMillan's stats alone are impressive, it's his unique combination of size, athleticism, and technical skill that has scouts buzzing. Standing at 6'5" and weighing 212 pounds, he possesses the kind of physical presence that makes him a nightmare for defenders, especially in the red zone. One of the Cowboys' biggest struggles last season was converting opportunities inside the 20-yard line into touchdowns. They frequently settled for field goals instead of finishing drives with 6 points. McMillan's presence could change that. His ability to outmuscle defensive backs and high-point the football makes him a dangerous red zone weapon, something Dallas desperately needs. But it's not just his size that makes him special. McMillan is also one of the most polished route runners in the 2025 draft class. Despite his towering frame, he moves with the agility of a much smaller receiver, creating separation with precise cuts and fluid movements. His ability to find openings in coverage and make difficult catches in traffic makes him an elite prospect with a bright future in the NFL. Adding McMillan to the Cowboys' offense would create a dangerous receiving duo alongside CeeDee Lamb. While Lamb primarily operates in the slot, McMillan's ability to play on the outside would give Dallas a well-balanced attack. Defenses would have to pick their poison, double-team Lamb and risk leaving McMillan in one-on-one coverage, or focus on McMillan and allow Lamb to exploit matchups inside. Another key factor in this potential selection is the impact it would have on quarterback Dak Prescott. The Cowboys' offense has shown flashes of brilliance in recent years, but injuries and inconsistency have held them back from reaching their full potential. With Prescott coming off an injury, surrounding him with top-tier talent is a priority. McMillan's ability to make contested catches and stretch the field would take pressure off Prescott and allow him to operate more efficiently. If the Cowboys move forward with drafting McMillan, it could be a game-changing decision for their offense. His blend of size, athleticism, and technical ability makes him a perfect fit for Dallas, providing an immediate impact in the red zone and helping to elevate the team's passing attack. With Dak Prescott leading the charge, CeeDee Lamb dominating in the slot, and McMillan adding firepower on the outside, the Cowboys could be primed for an electrifying 2025 season. And if everything falls into place, this selection could be the missing piece that helps Dallas take the next step toward championship contention. With free agency mostly behind us, the spotlight now shifts to the 2025 NFL Draft. For the Dallas Cowboys, who heavily rely on the draft rather than free agency to build their roster, this is the most crucial time of the year. Their philosophy has always been clear: find the right young talent instead of spending big money on veterans. That's why this particular mock draft focuses on filling the team's biggest weaknesses while also adding depth to key positions. Dallas has several glaring needs that must be addressed to stay competitive in the NFC. Wide receiver, running back, and defensive tackle are three of the most urgent. With that in mind, let's break down this three-round mock draft and see how the Cowboys could reshape their roster heading into 2025. The Cowboys find themselves in a tough spot at the wide receiver position. CeeDee Lamb is one of the best in the league, but beyond him, the depth chart is thin. Michael Gallup was released, Brandon Cooks is aging, and there's no clear WR2 ready to step up. If Dallas doesn't address this need early in the draft, they might have to roll out Kevontae Turpin and Jalen Tolbert as starters in Week 1, a scenario no Cowboys fan wants to see. That's why selecting Matthew Golden at number 12 makes perfect sense. He's an explosive receiver with legitimate game-breaking speed and polished route-running ability. Golden played his first 2 college seasons at Houston before transferring to Texas, where he continued to shine. He's the kind of playmaker who could step in immediately and provide a much-needed boost to the Cowboys' passing attack. While Golden may not have the elite after-the-catch ability of some top-tier receivers, he's a reliable WR2 who could carve out a long-term role in Dallas. His speed alone would help take pressure off Lamb, forcing defenses to respect the deep ball and opening up opportunities for the entire offense. This is a pick the Cowboys have to make if they want to avoid a major drop-off in their passing game. The Cowboys' backfield is in serious trouble. Tony Pollard left in free agency, and the front office responded by signing Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders, 2 players who have struggled with efficiency over the past couple of seasons. Add in Deuce Vaughn, who remains a complete question mark, and it's clear Dallas needs an impact player at running back. Enter Travion Henderson. The Ohio State star is one of the most explosive backs in this draft class, bringing both speed and versatility to the table. Not only is he a dynamic rusher, but he's also one of the best pass-blocking and receiving backs available. That makes him an ideal fit for a Cowboys offense that desperately needs a dual-threat playmaker in the backfield. Henderson has developed tremendously in recent years, improving his vision, patience, and overall consistency. He thrived in Chip Kelly's system, showing that when given space, he can reach top speed in an instant. Dallas hasn't had a home run threat at running back since Ezekiel Elliott's prime, and Henderson could finally fill that void. Some critics argue that running backs aren't worth early draft picks, but in this case, Dallas doesn't have much of a choice. If they don't take a legitimate playmaker at RB, they risk entering the season with one of the worst backfields in the league. The Cowboys' defense has been one of the best in the league over the past few seasons, but one area remains a significant problem: nose tackle. Former first-round pick Motzie Smith hasn't lived up to expectations, and heading into year 3, it's time to bring in some competition. Jordan Phillips is an athletic, disruptive defensive lineman who fits perfectly in Matt Eberflus's one-gap defensive scheme. He's quicker than Smith, bringing more explosiveness and pass-rushing ability to the position. Phillips was a standout at the Shrine Bowl, proving he has the power and skill set to compete for a starting role in the NFL. By drafting Phillips, the Cowboys would be sending a clear message to Smith: step up or you're out. Adding more depth to the defensive line would also help keep the unit fresh throughout the season, which is crucial for a defense that relies heavily on its front four to generate pressure. If the Cowboys execute this draft correctly, they could dramatically improve their roster heading into 2025. Golden gives them an immediate impact player at WR2, Henderson provides a much-needed boost to the run game, and Phillips addresses a long-standing issue at nose tackle. But as we know, the Cowboys don't always make the most logical decisions when it comes to the draft. Will they finally prioritize their biggest needs, or will they continue to gamble on projects instead of proven talent? One thing is for sure, this draft could make or break their season. The Dallas Cowboys are in need of a reliable receiver to complement CeeDee Lamb, and they could be looking at one of the most explosive playmakers in this year's NFL draft. With an opportunity to make a statement on offense, the Cowboys might prioritize speed, athleticism, and playmaking ability to give quarterback Dak Prescott another dangerous weapon in the passing game. Holding the 12th overall pick, Dallas has a prime chance to bring in a dynamic wideout who can stretch the field and create mismatches for opposing defenses. According to The Athletic's Ben Standig, the New England Patriots are projected to select University of Texas wide receiver Matthew Golden in the first round. However, if he remains available when the Cowboys are on the clock, he could be an ideal fit for their offensive scheme. Former Cowboys head coach Jimmy Johnson had a simple philosophy when it came to building a roster: speed kills, Standig wrote. His former boss, now Cowboys owner and general manager Jerry Jones, should embrace that mindset. Golden recorded the second fastest 40-yard dash time at the NFL Combine, clocking in at 4.29 seconds. The Cowboys need a WR2 upgrade, and Golden fits the bill. Golden's ability to create separation with his elite speed makes him a legitimate deep threat. The Cowboys struggled at times last season when it came to stretching the field, which allowed defenses to key in on CeeDee Lamb and limit big plays. Bringing in a receiver like Golden would force opposing secondaries to account for his downfield ability, opening up more opportunities for Prescott to attack through the air. In his final collegiate season at Texas, Golden delivered an outstanding performance, recording 987 receiving yards and 9 touchdowns, leading the SEC in touchdown receptions. His impact as a go-to option in the red zone, combined with his ability to make plays after the catch, has made him one of the most intriguing prospects in the 2025 draft class. Throughout his 3 seasons at the collegiate level, first with Houston and then with Texas, Golden amassed a total of 1,975 receiving yards and 22 touchdowns. His consistent production, despite playing in different offensive systems, is a testament to his adaptability and football IQ. He has the natural ability to fit into multiple roles within an NFL offense, making him an attractive option for a team looking to add versatility to its receiving core. NFL analyst Lance Zierlein sees tremendous potential in Golden, noting that he could develop into a true number 1 receiver in the right system. Golden is effective at all 3 levels of the field with consistent production, Zierlein noted. His route running still needs some refining, but he knows how to change speeds and create separation when it matters most. He has the versatility to line up at any receiver position and the agility to turn near misses into highlight-worthy plays. While he still struggles with focus drops at times, he has improved in contested catch situations and shown better hands in 2024. His starting-level traits and his leap forward as a go-to playmaker make him a strong candidate to become a top-tier receiver in the NFL. One of the key elements of Golden's game is his ability to make contested catches. While his speed and quickness allow him to gain separation, he also possesses the physicality needed to fight through coverage and come down with difficult receptions in traffic. This is an area where the Cowboys could use additional support, as they often relied on Lamb to make tough catches in crucial moments. Having another receiver with that ability would give Prescott more options in high-pressure situations. Another factor that makes Golden such an appealing prospect is his versatility. He has experience playing both inside and outside, meaning he can line up in different formations and adjust to various roles depending on what the Cowboys need. If Dallas wants to move Lamb around the field to create favorable matchups, Golden could seamlessly slide into multiple positions without disrupting the flow of the offense. In addition to his receiving skills, Golden also brings value as a potential special teams contributor. With his speed and explosiveness, he could be utilized in the return game, giving the Cowboys an additional weapon on special teams. Teams that can create hidden yardage in the return game often gain an advantage, and adding a player like Golden could help Dallas in that area. Pairing Matthew Golden with CeeDee Lamb would give Dak Prescott another high-caliber target and significantly enhance the Cowboys' passing attack. With defenses already forced to respect Lamb's playmaking ability, adding a receiver with Golden's speed would make Dallas even more dangerous through the air. Prescott has shown that he thrives when he has multiple reliable receiving options, and bringing in Golden would allow the Cowboys to maximize their offensive potential. Dallas has been searching for consistency at the WR2 position, and Golden could be the answer. Over the past few seasons, the Cowboys have experimented with different receivers to complement Lamb, but none have fully solidified themselves as the long-term solution. Golden's skill set, combined with his ability to grow into a larger role over time, makes him an intriguing candidate to fill that spot. Looking ahead to the 2025 season, the Cowboys are aiming to build a championship-caliber roster that can compete at the highest level. They have already addressed key areas of need, and adding a player like Golden would bring them one step closer to assembling a well-rounded team. With a combination of speed, athleticism, and playmaking ability, Golden has all the traits necessary to make an immediate impact and help the Cowboys push for another deep playoff run. If Dallas decides to select Golden with their first-round pick, it could be a move that transforms their offense and gives them a dangerous new weapon for years to come. The Cowboys have always been a team that thrives on explosive plays, and bringing in a receiver with Golden's speed and potential could be exactly what they need to take their passing game to the next level.